Hello Capricorn and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future for mid to end of May 2023. As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy for the reading and I've clarified it with a separate tarot deck. We have a deck that we'll be diving into, and then I have the decks that I'll be using in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. All right, Capricorn, in your recent past, you have balanced spirituality and practicality with the Five of Pentacles. This is you kind of being in an energy of loss or lack. So feeling like you've lost something or you keep losing things. It could be finances, it could be love, it could be whatever whatever it is that resonates when you listen to this reading. Or with lack, it could just feel like you don't have what it is that you need or want in order to be happy or to be successful or to be fulfilled. And this balanced spirituality and practicality card is a reminder that it's not always in our control, and the universe can, and then on the flip side, the universe can only do so much for us. So it's learning about that co-creation process between you and the universe. The law of attraction is a really amazing concept to implement into your life. However, you have to learn that, there's some portion of it that's in your control and there's some portion of it that's in the universe's control, and finding a balance there. I'm not necessarily sure what else is going on. We'll obviously get the specifics when we dive into tarot. Your current energy, you have nothing will come of this situation with the Wheel of Fortune. This is interesting to me because it's basically saying the wheel is wanting to turn in your favor. The wheel wants to turn in your favor, but then it's almost like nothing is happening. And I feel like there's a reason for this. I feel like the purpose of this reason is figuring out why nothing is coming of the situation. Because it feels like things are wanting to turn in your favor, but it's like there's something that's missing that's allowing that to actually fully happen. Now, in your immediate future, you have luck is on your side with the Page of Cups in reverse. So here's what I see is that luck is on your side. This wheel is wanting to turn in your favor. But this Page of Cups in reverse is an energy of not listening to the signs, not listening to divine guidance, not taking certain actions or doing certain things that you're needing to do in order to allow this wheel to turn in your favor. So I feel like, I don't know, there's something that you're needing to hear in this reading that will help the wheel turn in your favor. But let's start, Capricorn, by looking at your recent past. You have the Five of Pentacles with balanced spirituality and practicality. This is for Capricorn's recent past, please. What does Capricorn need to know about their recent past? This is for Capricorn's recent past. Yeah, okay. So you have the Six of Pentacles with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. You were expecting things to start to reciprocate you. With the Six of Pentacles, I feel like you were expecting to start to receive. I feel like you've given a lot of energy to something, or to certain aspects of your healing journey, or to a certain career or something, and it just feels like you were waiting for something to be returned to you, but instead of something being returned, it kind of feels like things started to fall apart. So I don't know if there was rejection or if there was like you walked away from something or something walked away from you. Either way, it just feels like it was like your expectations didn't align with what actually happened. Now, this Ten of Swords in reverse is kind of that reminder that when things don't go our way, they're still working out for us, even if we don't really know how in the moment. And so this is about needing to expand your perception a little bit, because I feel like now you're stuck because there's a Six of Swords in reverse underneath here. Now you're kind of stuck because things didn't work out and you didn't receive the way that you thought. I feel like you don't really know what to do now. But this was all your recent past. Recent past for Capricorn. This is for Capricorn's recent past, please. the Hangman with a Strength card. This is you needing to let go of the wheel a little bit, Capricorn. Because there's this need for you to fully step into this strength energy, fully step into your power, and realize that you are actually way more control over way more control of your reality than you think you are. Because I feel like there's this energy of whatever happened in your recent past, it kind of made you feel a little hopeless. Like, I feel like it took away your sense of like hope, or almost like a sense of purpose in a way. Like, it could have been that deep. Like, it really, it like affected like your sense of purpose, maybe your identity a little bit. Now, I feel like it's interesting because the Hangman and the Strength are upright. So, but like, yeah, at the same time, I still feel like you're holding on to control. It's like that reminder to let go of control so that you can step into your power. Because the more that we control, the less control we actually have. Because remember, well, okay, how do I put this? When we surrender our plans over to the universe, that doesn't mean that we are giving up. Actually, quite the opposite. It means that we are giving it over. We are giving our expectations, our financial situations, our relationships over to the universe, and we are saying, I'm giving this to you, universe, to have this work out, in the way that is for my highest good. But in order to fully do that, you have to build up the faith to be able to give it over to the universe and then take your hands off the wheel. Not give it over to the universe and be like, okay, but I'm going to still be driving this car. Because that's going to keep you, it's going to block the universe's ability to do what it needs to do for you. So I'm trying to think of an example. Like, you want to be in better relationships, but you have a tendency to stay in ones that don't serve you, right? So in order for the universe to bring you what does deserve you, you have to let go of what doesn't. Recent past for Capricorn. Recent past for Capricorn, please. There's the Ten of Cups. So this is talking about your long-term fulfillment. That's why this is such a intense kind of situation that you're dealing with here. Let me see. Because I feel like your expectations of your Ten of Cups are kind of getting in the way here. Let me clarify this Ten of Cups with the Fool in reverse. Clarifying the Ten of Cups with the Fool in reverse. And that's that balanced spirituality and practicality. The Knight of Cups with the Moon. And then there's the Strength in reverse. Okay. So it's one thing to have plans, right? And it's another thing to need things to go your way to the extent where you don't allow flexibility for the universe to help things go your way. And what I'm kind of gathering from this is that there is a lot of fear associated with things not working out in this sense. And so it makes sense that you have that sense of control, because you ultimately fear never getting there, or things never coming to fruition, or never actually achieving what it is that you want. And so that aspect of you, it brings about a lot of emotion that causes you to allow that emotion to dictate your movements, your choices, and your decisions. And so what I'm getting at is you might be receiving divine guidance, but having a hard time listening to that guidance because your emotional self is getting in the way. Your expectations are getting in the way. Now, expectations aren't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to expect things to go your way or expect good things to happen to you. It starts to be a little bit more challenging, a little bit more destructive when you start to say things have to go this way or I'm never going to be happy, or things have to go this way, or they're going to be worst case scenario, because that is that kind of all or nothing thinking, and that doesn't leave room for the universe to help you out. Because the universe is trying to help you out. That's what I'm getting from this reading. Current energy for Capricorn, clarifying nothing will come of this situation with the Wheel of Fortune. Current energy for Capricorn, please. Current energy for Capricorn, please. Okay. Okay. Two of Wands in reverse with the Five of Cups in reverse. There is this need to tap into a certain level of acceptance that you are where you are right now, and where you are right now is exactly where you're supposed to be. Because I feel like there's this level of feeling like you should be further ahead, or feeling like you should be, like, if maybe you would have made different choices in your past, then things would be drastically different for you right now. And sure, we can always look at life through the lens of like, what if, right? But if you wouldn't have gone through your past, you wouldn't have learned what you did to get you here, and therefore you wouldn't be able to get you to where you need to be tomorrow. And there's this level of kind of almost overthinking your path, to the extent that you're doubting it altogether. Because this Knight of Pentacles card is a card of things moving slowly but surely in the right direction. And it can start to feel so like things are moving so slow that they're not moving at all. And that can start to get really tiring. You can start to get kind of burnt out by that, right? Because you start to feel like things aren't progressing, like you're kind of stuck in the same place. But if you look back to how far you've come, you would realize that you actually have, come very far. It's just that you're not where you yet want to be. But the other way to look at it is that, like, it really is about the journey and not the destination. You might not ever get there, right? You might be always on this process of getting there, meaning you could eventually achieve one goal, but then 10 more goals are going to take its place, and you're always going to be striving for something, right? Learning to bring yourself back to the present and say, okay, I'm exactly where I need to be right now. I need to learn to listen to the guidance of the universe, take steps in that direction, and know that everything is always working out for me. That's where you find fulfillment. You don't find fulfillment in circumstances and finally achieving that level of success, finally having that amount of money, finally, getting quote unquote there. Because every time you get there, you're always going to need to get there more. There's always going to be more theirs that are going to take its place, and that will keep you constantly chasing and never actually feeling fulfilled. Current energy for Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to know about this? Nothing will come of this situation. Current energy for Capricorn. Current energy for Capricorn. The Moon in reverse with the Temperance in reverse. So you're dealing with a lot of frustration right now. And I feel like it's the frustration that, again, like, you're not where you want to be. Because you have this Moon in reverse, right? We talked about this moon. And it was like there's a lot of fear associated with the fact that you feel like you're never going to get there. But then at the same time, every time you face this frustration or you face things not going your way, you're working through that fear. Because our fear and our own beliefs about our reality is going to be the root of our results. You are experiencing what you believe about your reality right now. If you believe that it's not possible for you to ever get there, you are currently experiencing it not being possible for you to ever get there. So you have to understand that every time you reach these levels of frustration, every time you work through fear, you are getting there a little bit more. The universe will provide you with whatever it is that you want. Per that law of attraction, the universe will always bring you whatever it is that you want, but it will turn you into the person that you need to be in order to be on a place where you can attract and sustain it. So when you're, in those obstacles that you face and those limiting beliefs that start to arise, and the rejection and the failure and the redirection, all of those things that happen are part of the path to get you to where you want to be in the end. But the more that you look at these situations as failure or um, as lack instead of as, helping you along on your path, the more that you're going to get stuck in that energy of what's the point? There's no reason in trying because I never really get there anyway. I always kind of end up in the same spot. But you have to understand that this is all happening for you. The universe is trying to help this wheel turn in your favor. Immediate future for Capricorn. Immediate future for Capricorn. So I don't know what it is you're needing to do, but there's definitely something here. And it could just be as simple as not that mindset shifts are simple, but it could be something, it's just like a mindset shift. Current energy for Capricorn. Five of Pentacles in reverse. It is a mindset shift. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Four of Wands and Two of Pentacles. Capricorn, you deal pretty deeply with a lack mentality. Now remember, our beliefs about our reality are going to be the root of what we experience. Now, if you've experienced a lot of lack, failure, loss, things not going according to plan, of course you're going to believe that that is what your reality is because that's what you've experienced. And if you internalize your experiences as beliefs, then you're going to believe about your reality what you've experienced. But that is why this healing journey and the shifting of beliefs is so important. Because here's the Seven of Swords. There is a lot that you don't know and that the universe is purposely keeping from you about your potential and about your future. And the reason for that is if you didn't work through all of this fear and all of this doubt and all of these insecurities and all of these reasons why you don't think you're going to get there, why you're not enough, why it isn't possible, why it isn't for you, all of those reasons, if you never worked through those, you wouldn't be able to sustain whatever it is that you're wanting to attract. So in order to attract what it is that you want, I already said this, but I'm going to say it again. In order to attract what it is that you want, you have to become the person that is both able, yes, to attract it, but also to sustain it, to hold on to it, to keep your blessings because you feel deserving of them. And so in these moments where you're facing this lack mindset and you're facing things feeling like incredibly unstable and you're facing financial issues and you're facing relationship issues or whatever the case is, understand that in those moments, that is when your mindset is being tested. Those are the moments where you're supposed to look at your situation and say, how is this happening for me? What do I need to learn and how do I need to shift my perspective from a place of lack to abundance? Because in those moments right there where you are struggling is when you are creating your future. And if you allow those moments to add to your feeling of lack, to add to your feeling of instability and belief that you aren't deserving or whatever the case is, then in those moments you are creating more of the same. Those moments where things are difficult is where your future is being created. And that is why it is so vastly important that you understand that your reaction to your reality and your response to things happening is going to be what creates your future. And so this wheel cannot turn in your favor unless you let it. If you continue to put out energy of lack and of loss and of a victim mentality, then you are going to continue to experience the same exact situation over and over again until you break yourself out of that mentality. And the way that you feel about your reality and the things that you've experienced, I am not saying that it is your fault. Your trauma and the things that that have been painful, it's not your fault. It is, however, your responsibility to heal from them so that you can believe differently about your future. Okay, immediate future here for Capricorn, clarifying luck is on your side with the Page of Cups in reverse. Luck is on your side with the Page of Cups in reverse for Capricorn's immediate future. Eight of Cups. Ooh, and the Tower in reverse. Interesting. So there's something that you're needing to walk away from. Queen of Cups, the World, Three of Wands in reverse. Something or some sort of action that you've been avoiding. Something that you've been avoiding. Can I get more on this? That you've been receiving signs about doing this for a while. But what I'm seeing is that if you're able to fully leave this behind, that's when the wheel starts to turn in your favor. Yeah. Because whatever this is, the healing that takes place shifts your, because, okay, yes, here's the Page of Cups in reverse, right? Same as that Page of Cups in reverse. The healing that takes place from walking away from this is what creates this luck for you. But what is this, Capricorn? What is this that you're needing to walk away from? And it could not be, it could be like a mindset or a way of doing things. It doesn't need to be like a situation altogether. It could be like too much TV or too much alcohol or too many distractions or something like that, right? Let's see, immediate future for Capricorn, but you've been avoiding it. Something's been getting in your way here. Immediate future for Capricorn. It's like a bad habit of some sort. 10 of Pentacles in reverse with the King of Pentacles. Ah. Here you are as the King of Pentacles, whether you're male or female. What this is saying is if you're able to make these changes that the universe is asking you to make, you've been avoiding, you will be very grateful. You will be very grateful that those changes were made. It feels like if you make these changes that you've been wanting to make, and that could be leaving a job that doesn't treat you well, leaving a whatever it might be. I don't want to throw out examples because I don't want to narrow your focus on something when I want you to bring what comes to mind into this reading. But what I'm seeing is that if you're able to truly take this action that you're being divinely guided to take, then things will start to change for you. It might take some time and it might take some healing, but it will change things for you. You will be grateful in the end. Immediate future for Capricorn. I wonder what this is. Does Capricorn need to know about their immediate future? The Queen of Swords in reverse. You've got to open your heart here, Capricorn. You've got to open your heart to the universe because there's this part of you that, I don't know if you don't trust or you don't, what is it? What is this Queen of Swords in reverse? Why? Why does Capricorn have their heart closed off? Because of what you've experienced. You have this world in reverse. Why would you ever think you were going to experience anything better than what you have if you haven't experienced it yet? Why would you ever think things were going to get better? Well, things have been the way they are because your actions and your beliefs have stayed the same. But if you can do something different this time around, walk away from what doesn't serve you, believe that the universe has better in store, heal from the things that haven't served you in your past, and open yourself up to the potential of a lot more like abundance. Like, you have to believe in the potential of your abundance, right? Like, if you pigeonhole yourself into believing only in what you've experienced, then of course your life is going to stay the same because you are going to do the same exact things you've always done, and that's going to lead to the same exact results as always. Now, when you start to change your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions, all of that, the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to be met with fear. your life isn't going to change immediately. The first thing that's going to happen is you're going to be met with fear. A fearful situation or a fearful experience or something that's going to try to pull you back into your comfort zone. And in those moments, and I said this, in those moments is when you have to keep the faith more than you ever have, because that is when you create better for yourself. So opening your heart to the potential of what's possible instead of only staying in the belief system of what you've experienced is going to be the way that you move yourself forward. Like, finally, because I feel like you've been stuck in this for so long now. All right, Capricorn, we're going to hop on over to the extended. I am going to clarify these messages and dive into the advice. I have my actual advice card to pull from Spirit at the end, and then I kind of just dive into the depths of what's really kind of going on here, see if we can get some details. So all of that will be in the extended. This week, the extended prices will stay the same, but next week I'm actually raising my extended prices from $5 to $8. Now, it'll be $8 per extended, but I'm keeping my Patreon the same. So it's $10 a month, access to every single reading on my channel, that for every single sign. So it's $10 for every single sign, which is only $2 more than you would pay for one reading. So I'm trying to make them accessible while also still making sure that I'm charging appropriately in a way that can support, my life. So keep that in mind. That will be happening not for this week reading, but for next week's reading. So it would be more for the June readings. All right, Capricorn, thank you so much as always for your support of my channel. It does mean the absolute world to me. I do hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. Bye, Capricorn.